I wanted to talk to you guys about my experience with Dr. Garramone after he got my money, after I paid for surgery. So, I'm not happy with the experience that I received from him and his office staff. I paid $5,900 for surgery, and on one of my previous videos, I think the reveal, you can actually see the results and you can actually hear him say that I shouldn't have any dog ears. However, I do have dog ears, and they're pretty huge, and they do hurt. So it's not that they're there; it's the fact that they're there and they hurt, and they weren't that big pre-op. So of course I called him to seek a revision, and he told me that instead of it being $1,300 like all other revisions, it would actually be $4,300 because it's a whole nother surgery. So he's saying, no, that's not dog ears, that's your back. When, okay, I know for a fact that these are dog ears because, I mean, the location of them is right under my armpit, right here, not back here. So he's like, no, that's a whole nother surgery. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'd rather pay someone else $4,300 than to pay you another $4,300 on top of the $5,900 that I already paid you. So I'm thinking, okay, I could have took the $5,900 that I gave him and paid someone else that same amount of money, and they would have got this taken care of the first time. And that's not it. Okay, before, well, no, I was trying. It was just a lot of bullshit that happened. Um, there's this another guy that got surgery with him that had the same last name as mine, and they ended up putting my information, my personal information, my name, my birthday, everything on his work documents and faxing them to his job. And before that even happened, they actually told this guy my name, and he found me on Facebook and was like, "Oh, so you're the guy who they keep getting me mixed up with at Dr. Garramone's office." And I'm like, "Yeah, probably." I mean, we're both trans, we both have the same last name. We're not related at all, but I mean, there's not a lot of us out there with the same last name. So I'm like, probably, because I mean, I told you guys, I was calling him every week, paying a little bit towards surgery, and he was doing the same thing just on a different day. So every time he would call, they would think that I was him, or vice versa. And so they actually told this guy my name, and he looked me up on Facebook and sent me a friend's request, and we just started talking and all this other stuff. And then when it came down to filling out our work release forms, like to go back to work, and the funny thing is like my surgery was like a month and a half before his surgery, so I don't even see how they got that mixed up because like when he had surgery, I was already like returning to work. It was time for me to go back to work. So they literally put all of my personal information on his work forms and faxed them to his job. So that's mistake number one. Okay. So then on top of that, the dog ears, that's mistake number two. But while I was trying to get them to fill out my work release form so that I can return to work, I called them one day and the office staff put me on hold. I called them around like 4:30, and I literally sat on hold for an hour and a half. And I knew they were gone. I just did it because I had nothing better to do, and I wanted to take a picture of the screenshot so that I could email Dr. Garramone, say, okay, I knew you guys were there. Whether you're still there or not, probably not. But this is in the actual screenshot of my phone actually had his number, like the office number, his office phone number, so it couldn't have been made up. You know what I mean? So it showed that I had been on hold for like an hour and a half, and pretty much they put me on hold and went home. So that's number three, and I'm like, that's just unprofessional. Okay, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to get my work documents so that I can return to work, and not only that, he charges $50 for it. So you charge $50, and you guys can't even do it right the first time. So number four, okay, so it was just a lot of bullshit, and I mean, pretty much after I paid, the customer service and the respect just went out the door. Just everything's really went out the door. I keep freaking, my nose is itching. But yeah, it's like everything just went downhill from there. The customer service, everybody went from being happy to, and I'm like, shit. I mean, I really could have took my money somewhere else. somewhere where it would have really been appreciated, somewhere where I would have really got the results that I wanted. So yeah, I'm not happy with the results. I'm not happy with the service. Like I said, I could have took that money somewhere else and got it done right the first time. And not only that, like my fucking nipples are fucked up. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working with. And really only one of the nipples fucked up. The other one's perfect. As you can see, the dog ears. Are those dog ears? I think they're dog ears. And there's extra skin here. I don't know what the fuck this dark shit is right here. But anyways, this nipple here is really fucked up. And it doesn't look like it on the camera, but it's huge. And it's keloided all the way around. And it's not even round. You see how like right here doesn't quite look like, it looks like it's missing a piece, and then over here versus this one looks a lot better. This one's actually round. That's just where the skin's coming in. My nipple's like right there in the center. So yeah, this here. And it hurts. It hurts when I put my arms down, because I mean, that's part of something that wasn't there before. It was there, but it wasn't, okay, they weren't as big as they are now. And I mean, they were a lot bigger. Like literally a lot bigger. But when I put my arms up, which I think might be the way that he actually performed surgery, it doesn't look as noticeable, but you can still tell that there's extra shit there. Especially on this side. And it's not that much, but he wants to charge $4,300 to take that out. And I know you can see that. And my scars are healing fine. I just pretty much rub these. I hardly ever put anything on them. Every once in a while, I'll put some bio oil. Haven't really used the scar guard or the strips too much. But I find that rubbing them really hard and massaging them in the whole chest, making it tingle, really helps, because they just recently turned white. Before they were like pink. My scars were very pink, but now they're actually blending in a little bit more. So, but yeah, that's my chest 3 months post-op, and the dog ears. $4,300 to get rid of. Some bullshit. So I'm like, I'd rather pay someone else than to pay him, like seriously. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend him, because all of the shit that happened post-op, the getting passed around, the being put on hold for hours just to get a piece of paper filled out to get back to work. And I paid you $50 for it. What the fuck? Who does that? So, I mean, like I said, yeah, it's just a lot of bullshit that I would have not rather gone through. And, yeah. And if he had told me about the $4,300 up front, as far as the dog ears, then that would have been fine. But he didn't even give me that option or let me know that up front, so that I can make a sound decision, okay, whether I would go to him or go to someone else and let someone else do it correctly the first time. So yeah, this is my 2 year, 3.5 months on T, 3+ months post-op. And I'm getting married in, today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm getting married in 3 days. Getting married. So yeah, that's my update. You guys be good. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And yeah, peace.